Thank God we in. Man, that took long.
Newcomer, talk to the professor first. He's the old fellow with the glasses and the plans.
Alrighty, you got it. Is it you?
Don't touch anything here. Get back to work. Where's the fire in your eyes? Where's the smile? I am sick and tired of seeing apathy among the new workers.
Sir, believe me, I do have the spark. I want to start work straight away. It's as important to me as it is to you.
Ah, that's the spirit. I'm on the verge of a great discovery.
How did you meet me?
Don't ask questions. You'll have to find the answers yourself. I'm not a nanny. I'm a busy man who is changing the course of history.
When was the last time you saw...
Young man, you're disappointing me. I'd like to see a bright career for you as the best digger on the island. Don't ruin it. We'll talk when you find something useful.
I am ready to work.
Splendid. Do you know what I am working on?
Archaeological treasure. You're hoping to find something priceless, something that will change our history.
Bravo, young man. I couldn't have said it better myself. It's true. We're looking for Vitus Lemonius's tomb.
I'll help you. That is my goal as a worker.
Good. Listen to me carefully, then. I hate repeating myself. I am Professor Swift. We have 3 rules here. Don't touch anything, always return the tools, and don't distract me unless you find something.
Sounds simple enough. Are you the only one in charge here, Mr. Swift?
Yes, I am the only one and no one else. You hear anything other than that, it's a lie. People of your kind can have difficulty understanding who's in charge. Take a minute, memorize my face, and then get to work.
Oh, I will definitely take a closer look to memorize my superior.
Broken glasses. Thick notebook. Elbow bruises. Elbow bruises and no ring, unmarried. And how is this relevant? Dirty clothes. Okay. Is an archaeologist attempting to find the tomb of Vitus Lemonius on Cardona. Arthur Swift is a poor and cannot take care of himself, let alone afford new clothes or accessories. He entered the field of archaeology solely for financial reasons. His enterprise with Theodore Gilden was a ruse to fleece the rich man. At Arthur's age, the last chance he had to earn money was to find the tomb of the legendary legate. Knowledge seeker. He uses his sources to locate this ancient site, driven by an obsession to expand the knowledge of humankind. He doesn't care about his appearance, not occasional wounds incurred during research, such as the injured elbow on his left arm. His life is documented in meticulous detail in a diary he treasures. Arthur Swift has sacrificed almost everything he has in a thankless attempt to uncover more about the past. I think that's that. I mean, he's on archaeological side because... yeah, no wonder his clothes is dirty. Inconvenient but continues to wear. Indifferent or poor. I think knowledge seeker.
I wish I could be as passionate about something as you are, Mr. Swift. You value knowledge and dedication over everything else.
It's a long road, young man. A sharp eye and attention to detail are the only stepping stones along this path. You have to sacrifice everything you love for the larger prize.
Exactly. So much in life is superficial. I wish more people would understand.
I never heard a truer word, lad. Folk will ignore what truly matters in life, and for what? Convenience.
Bold words indeed. I doubt that many scientists would be willing to support their bragging with fieldwork.
The academic world is full of restrictions. Our honorable professors are too afraid to dirty their hands. God forbid if they have a stain on their shirt. You can follow in my footsteps. You can start learning by returning to work. Show me what you can find.
All right, you got it. Investigating the ruins. Character portrait. Yeah, okay. Memories. Well, I don't want to read it, so go ahead and read it if you're interested. Father's skull. Okay, Mind Palace. Damage. Arthur may have fallen on the shed. Arthur may have been at the crime scene. Paul may have been at the crime scene. Yeah.
Take a shovel and dig.
You got it.
Straw dolls. Eerie, but effective for a scene recreation.
Oh, I want one of these. Or two.
Titus and Vitus conquest. Titus and Vitus Lemonius were legendary legates of an early Roman Empire, starting their military career to suppress the riots of Bellovaci and Allobroges. They were the key commanders during the siege of Mutina and the Battle of Actium. With the new Emperor Augustus, the brothers received twin swords, presumably the ones previously belonging to Romulus and Remus. The brothers served as legates to conquer the Dalmatian and African provinces and were famous for their worship of minor gods. Titus honored Eros, while his brother prayed to Zephyrus. Not much is known about the brothers except for the description by Pliny and Elder. Titus wore the skin of a lion with its head on the helmet, a tradition he picked up while being a signifier. Vitus held a shield large enough to cover the sky, though the exact location of the tombs remain unknown. Historians know that Titus died in the spring of 10 AD, while Vitus in the autumn of 12 AD. Okay. Was there supposed to be a note? Yes, I don't see it. I didn't see it. Okay, anything else? Well, there has to be... I can only move up and down, so... And it's not like I see something. No.
Oilcloth. Won't fade and waterproof. Enough here to make 10 sails and more.
Okay.
Let me warm my bones here.
This reminds me of my father's room. A plan for this whole operation.
Gypsum has been found near the city of Corwith. British archaeologist Sir George Griffiths has discovered the well-preserved tomb of Roman legate General Ed Titus Lemonius, owner of the legendary twin sword of Romulus gifted by Augustus himself, first emperor of the Roman Empire. It's an exclusive interview. Sir George has described the find as a priceless addition to the history of humankind. The entrance was found by the removal of several blocks of soil around prominent statues, revealing the tomb. According to Sir George, the statues represent the life of Titus. A female statue, presumably a mother holding a basket of fruits, looks to the west. Another female figure, perhaps Autumn, with a sickle in her hand, looks to the east. Sir George presumes that these statues are hidden allegories of the Zephyrus. I don't know how to pronounce the name of the god. A minor god of the west wind, and the other Eros, god of the east wind. All this being played in a circle with the statue of the two brothers, Titus and Vitus. The achievement of the archaeologists have been acknowledged by the crown.
This might prove useful. I'll note it down.
Okay. Well, I think we're done. So there's way up, and there's way here.
Sharpest pickaxe. A guilty pleasure of the real archaeologist. Missing your Laura, Mr. Swift?
Who knew archaeology could be so exciting?
Exciting is certainly a word.
Well, I'm not quite sure where am I supposed to be going. Apparently not here. Okay.
Swift lost his temper when he learned what happened to the statue.
Oh, we can overheard some. Which statue was damaged? Stash of the newspapers. Broken pickaxe, keep. No. Lion helmet, keep. Hardworking digger, keep. Pay rise. Okay.
Swift lost his temper when he learned.
Okay, broken pickaxe. No. Pay rise. No. Lion helmet. Forgotten instruments. No. Hardworking digger. No. Close to the beach. Oh.
Swift lost his temper.
Workers at the dig's hut found a statue with a lion head. It originally lay on the pedestal closest to the beach, but someone kicked it over the ledge. As a result, the statue broke and the pedestal remains tilted. Pedestal. Okay. Uh-huh. Well, I'm gonna pin this because it's apparently something with something to do with John.
Are you able to help me?
You and I are the economic foundation of this island. We should help each other. But I don't know what you are talking about.
All right. Can I get to them? I cannot. I can jump in this game, so that's that.
Quite daunting to see how deep the dig is.
So that's about that here too. Okay.
Is this familiar to you?
I like you, friend, but I can't help you.
Did the Romans live in amphoras? I see nothing else here.
Okay. Oh, I'll find. Okay, so it's not right here. Or, I mean, it could be, but it doesn't have to. Okay.
Somehow the text remains legible. Let's see if I remember my Latin.
An inscription near the four pedestals translates to "Vitus res nearby, beware the one who wishes to disrupt his sleep, for he is guarded by the gazes of his brother and the autumn wind."
A sickle for harvesting. The ancient Romans honored the seasons. A goddess? A mother? Someone's wife?
Well, this is a statue for the autumn wind. Can't really move. Oh, there.
There were 4 statues here originally.
I wonder what the 3 other statues look like.
I see now. Mr. Swift didn't realize the significance of the statues.
Hold on. So, yeah, I mean, it's right here, so it must have been. Oh, which direction?
It seems everything's in place. Now, let's see what this has to tell us.
So he probably noted down that I failed so many times, right? Okay, he's giving me hints. Fine. But it was like try and error. Like I started with these two and the other ones I pretty much guessed. So what are we doing? What are we doing now? Well, they're both looking, so it has to be here somewhere. No? He's lying. Wait, it doesn't make sense because... Okay. Well, whatever. So what am I looking at, or what am I searching? What did he say? Location becomes clear. Well, I think it's like down here somewhere. Like on the beach? Oh, but I haven't been here, have I? Oh, I have, okay.
Working and living by the sea. What a dream.
Well, is it obvious? I don't know. Not really. I don't understand. Huh?
Here is your discovery, Mr. Swift. Hey, look at this.
What have you found? Don't let anyone touch anything there. Eureka! I found you, my friend! Don't just stand there. Help!
Can I ask you a question?
I like you, friend, but I can't help you.
Hey, what am I doing?
Are you able to help me?
You and I are the economic foundation of this island. We should help each other.
Ah, his workbench, okay.
I don't know what you are talking about.
A box of darts. Handy against rodents of all kinds.
Tusks and Trunks. The zoological bestseller Tusks and Trunks provides the most rigorous scientific description of the elephant. It is almost encyclopedic in its analysis of the creature's life, both in the wild and captivity. One crucial chapter describes the elephant's mating season, in which they become extremely dangerous. Furthermore, the book features guidance on how to communicate and interact with a big mammal. Suspicious. A personal diary owned by Arthur Swift describes in considerable detail his personal life and research. More importantly, it tells of a dispute between the archaeologist and Theodore Gilden over the dig site. Day 1224. Theodore always uses his wealth to shut down complaints. I would rather he bought a brain with more garification so that he were smart enough to see the bigger picture. Not everything revolves around your darn elephant. I have only a few months before he will commence construction. He even lacks the imagination to build something beautiful. Ivory baths. The mundanity. I must think lest our invaluable history be buried by the inconsequential.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Nothing.
Trying to take over my research, are you? I come here to pick up my diary, and I find you snooping around. Explain yourself.
Mr. Swift, if that were true, I would have been on my way to the newspaper. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I didn't have a chance to introduce myself properly.
Outrageous! You deceived me, sir. What is the reason for your being here? Who sent you, Mr. Holmes?
Theodore Gilden's premature death brought me here.
Theodore is dead? How can that be possible?
I'm thinking of all the possibilities, and I'm not crossing out anyone who might have been involved. Even his elephant. The land you're excavating belongs to Mr. Gilden, does it not?
Did I hear an accusation? I have nothing to hide. You can ask me whatever nonsense you've prepared as a token of my diminishing respect towards you.
Very well, Mr. Swift. I appreciate your cooperation. Were you at the site this morning?
Affirmative. This project is taking a lot of my time, as you see. I spend more time underground than on the surface.
When did you learn about Theodore's death?
Just now. You just told me.
And you aren't surprised, shocked? I won't tell anyone if you shed a tear or two. Weren't you partners, after all?
We were. And it is a real shame. But I've seen too many deaths in my life, Mr. Holmes, for the news to truly shake me.
When was the last time you saw Mr. Gilden?
A couple of days ago. We discussed the site. I believe in the tomb and its secrets. Theodore's patience was stretched, however. He was already inventing new projects. It wasn't a long conversation. I suppose that his daughter will inherit everything now, along with all of the eccentricities and problems.
And not forgetting Goliath.
Eccentricities and problems, Mr. Holmes. One of many. Will you allow me to return to my research, or are you insisting on remaining an obstacle?
Oh, I haven't even started yet. With this book, you attempted to plan an attack on the elephant?
Your insinuations are out of place. Goliath is a frightening animal. All I wished to do was to understand the creature. As any scientist would do, I researched, analyzed, and drew conclusions.
And what conclusion did you draw?
That Theodore Gilden made the animal miserable. He couldn't provide the proper environment for the beast. My interest in the subject ended there.
What's with this box of darts? Is it for a scientific argument?
A little darker than that. Rather for killing the kind of rodents that might nibble a nose or a toe in your sleep.
Let's just say I have to protect myself against a larger animal, such as an elephant. Might it be enough to stop it, make it faint?
If I were you, I wouldn't bank on it.
You have a weakness for nostalgia? Or, rather, do you use it to record a list of enemies?
Young man, you need to check your moral compass. Reading another person's diary is a sin in every culture that I can think of.
But you aren't answering the question.
You've already read it. Why bother? I simply record my life to keep my memory clean from misinterpretation. Letters and pages don't lie.
But the writer of the text can.
Moving on. I'm a busy man. Moving on.
Did this plan cause a rift in your business relationship with Theodore Gilden?
Nothing like that. Admittedly, we didn't share a common vision of what is more important, the past or the future. In my opinion, we can't build a future without knowing the past.
So you wanted to save the tomb of Vitus here, or perhaps your control over the research?
Only the knowledge that rightly belongs to humankind, nothing less and nothing more. Moving on. I'm a busy man. I've nothing to add. I'm a busy man. I've nothing to add.
What's with this intricate recruitment process? Pro-British workers charge less?
As a head of this organization, I need to secure a productive environment. It's impossible to do so if there are political differences, especially here, where the native population doesn't support our efforts to find the ancient artifacts.
Decent pay can also stimulate productivity and shut down any political discord. Hadn't you thought of that?
You're young. You have time to fritter and fight with everyone you meet. I don't have such a luxury. Our workers receive enough pay for what they do. So don't start a discussion you know nothing about. I'm a busy man.
Remember one of the rules? It seems that you didn't return a tool. Is this knife yours?
Do I look like a fellow who carries a knife? I don't need it.
There are plenty of uses for it on the site, and outside of it.
I have other people to cut ropes for me, Mr. Holmes.
As far as I can tell, you're a man of the academic world, so this book about Nabe and Laura is just an empirical study?
What? That nonsense? I'd prefer to lose my eyesight than read such trash.
So, you know nothing about it?
I know nothing. I wish I'd never heard of it in the first place, this caricature of science.
Do I hear traces of envy? You're still relatively young that you might find your own Laura.
Perhaps I envy Nabe, for I cannot simply blow people up for distracting me. That's all. You happy now? Wonderful. I've nothing to add.
Your partner had a very specific attitude towards the things he treasured. Was this habitual for him?
That would have been too much even for him. Don't get me wrong, he had a harsh temper. Like a true businessman, he was ready to burn his competitors to the ground.
But threatening someone physically would have been something new even for him, am I correct?
Absolutely. Besides, I had never seen him this angry. The fellow who received the letter must have been extremely alarmed.
Gilden's elephant is quite an unusual addition to Cordona's fauna. What is your scientific opinion on that?
No matter how much Theodore loved it, it still remained a wild animal trapped inside a stone pen. Goliath needs savannas, fields, lakes.
I'm sure that Goliath did not have a plan to kill his owner to head to the savannas. What do you think?
No, animals don't kill in a typical sense. I can only presume that it tried to protect itself from captivity, from Theodore. It was a gilded cage that was predestined to break. I've nothing to add. Moving on.
Have you seen this person before? The one beside Imogen Gilden?
No, but he's with Imogen, so I suppose that he's a friend of hers. That girl always has her head in the clouds. I could have said Theodore was different, but that wouldn't have been entirely true.
Away with the fairies, was he?
That's one way of putting it. Either way, I don't know much about Imogen's life or her friends. The type of elite that pretends to be educated.